All right, so a lot's been going through my head. I think a couple of days ago I would have been fine. Wasn't even going to say anything about this. Just brush it under the rug. But today, I went to close my business checking account, and there's a couple of transactions there. And now I'm a little bit pissed. Not a lot pissed, because if I was really pissed, you wouldn't. I won't even go there. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to read exactly what I put in the description box. This is a public service announcement. Do not ever form a business with Tim Black. Together, we formed a corporation called Bright Path Media Incorporated. I paid money to form it. I paid money to build it. I put time into it to structure it. I started a business checking account and put in a deposit of $60. Due to Tim Black's behavior, I ended my support for all independent news media, and I went to close the business checking account, and it was left with a negative $85.27 balance. This is not a smear campaign against Tim. This is not a slander towards him for his behavior towards me. I am not speaking about his character. He tells the truth in his news commentary with sincere honesty. If you currently donate to Tim, please continue doing so by all means. What he does is a public service, and it is needed in this place and time. However, this really happened, and I'm going to let people know so that this does not happen to them. That is all. And I'm going to go over a little bit of history. So, you can see I'm doxing myself. This is my individual address. That's my home address. I live here with my wife and 2 kids, a daughter that's almost 4 and a son that was barely 2 months old. You can see I formed 2 companies, Bright Path Media Incorporated and Liberty Strategic Incorporated. I'm a director and treasurer and secretary of Bright Path Media, but I am not the president. Tim Black is the president, but I did all the paperwork. You see here, this is all the stuff that I formed within all the documentations and everything to prepare the business for our media company. It has the bylaws in it, which I won't show, but that's something that we formed and agreed to. Let's see. Contribution requirements, that's nothing really. Corporate bank account, you can see the bank details. I'm going to show it to you because I closed the business bank account this morning, so it doesn't matter. So it has all this information, point of contact, everything. Corporate filings, you see all these that I put up. I organized the articles of organization, state of Massachusetts. I had a registered agent formed. Funds and expenditures. I have all the receipts up here. Funds and expenditures. This is how much it cost to form the company. Pretty much everything here is all formed by me. I shared with him, so he had admin access, and it's basically everything. Stock ownership and allocation. We're equal shares. We're partners. You can see I sent him a debit card and checks, so he got checks and debit cards. There wasn't anything in it, just $60. That's it. $60 is nothing to me. I mean, all right, so let's move it towards some pictures. Well, let me do some more stuff. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to go close the business checking account this morning. So you can see that there was a service charge and then $60. There was a scuffle, whatever, with the bank, but that was resolved. And then there is known as these charges, these balance inquiries that cost $2, ATM withdrawal, ATM's balance inquiry, purchase with cash back, overdraft fee, debit card purchase, overdraft fee. So I asked them to look into it. There's only one other person that has a business card besides me, and I didn't do it, and you can see why in a little bit, because these are all the receipts from the bank, and this is kind of a detailed list of when, and then just the amount and a little bit more details. But this is where all the details come in. You see that this is on this June 20th, just $10 charge. I don't know what it was, but it's in Washington DC. I live in Somerville, Massachusetts, so I'm not the one doing any purchases of this. Another one, DC 620. This is 620. This is probably another balance check. Another balance check. It looks like $2. This looks like a purchase in at Home Depot, 172 Waldorf, Maryland. Who lives in Waldorf, Maryland? Not me. This is another $2 inquiry. This is $37 purchase with cash back, and it has an overdraft fee. And here's another one in Maryland, $24.01. Here's another $37 debit card purchase, and it wasn't talked to me, so I had to pay $85.27. Fine, that's fine to close out the business checking account. That's fine. Nothing to me, right? Now, I'm not really pissed. I might be pissed depending on what happens after. I'm a strategist, so there's really nothing Tim can do. There really isn't. And I'll explain why in a bit. But look, this is what I've been contributing to independent media. And I can show anyone who asks for receipts, I'll show them the receipt. You can see that definitely a lot to Tim Black. I left out a while ago Counter Popa. All the money put into Breadpath Media. More money, more Patreons, more donations, YouTube chat. A lot of people. Look, when Tim, I told Tim, hey, you should go to the People's Summit, and he did. And you know, he didn't raise enough money, but hey, I ordered him a camcorder, a Canon XA20 camcorder. It cost $1,300, and 2 Rode reporter mics, which cost total $231.47. It's fine. I want him to grow. I still want him to grow. What he does is good for the country. It's good for independent news. So right, like about $5,700. That's fine with me. I'm happily to give that to let independent media grow. I just don't want anything to do with it anymore. But so the stupid thing is look, one, what you did, Tim, was illegal. If you're stealing from a business checking account for personal usage, not business usage, and there's no collaboration what you're spending it on, I would have been fine for you to spend it on anything. I told you multiple times and in our chats that, yeah, hey, if you want to spend anything on it, just let me know. I agree. We just have equal voting power, so I'm pretty much agree with you. Whatever you want to spend it on. Hey, if we raised money, you could form a salary, and I'll okay that salary. You get the money. But this shit is legal. And if you want to sue me for something, for this video, go ahead. I'll countersue you. What you did was illegal. If you want to publicly apologize, that's great. But I'm not going to take any private phone calls. I'm not going to take any private messages. I'm just shut off. I'm done. But look, this whole plan was to grow independent media together. You grow it, you expand media, and you control it. You're the president, right? Half of everything we would have raised in this Indiegogo campaign would have been for you to grow independent media, and the other half for me to create platforms for independent media, so that no matter what happens through YouTube or anywhere else, no one can shut independent media down. So look, we had 12 backers for something like 100. What was my first update? $101 from 12 backers. You have 100,000 subscribers. If you had 100,000 subscribers with this average rate, you would have had about $500,000 to spend to grow. This is chump change what you did at the business checking account. There's no reason for it. I mean, it's just stupid. If you needed more money, I would have given you more money. $100, $200, $300, fine. Tell me about it. Don't overdraft on a business checking account, not telling me anything about it. Okay, this is basically just to let people know so they don't form a business with you ever again, because this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a banana and tailpipe. They're gonna get their cornbread taken from them. I don't want any refunds. I don't want any money from you. I don't even care about if you do a public apology or a private apology. This is fine. I want you to continue to keep growing. This is a public service announcement. People, just don't form a business with Tim Black. Continue donating to his Patreon, because what he does is good work. That's it.